Hello and welcome back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Hask, my Sith warrior. And where we last left off, which was approximately 3 weeks ago, from when I recorded the last part of this series. Don't know, you may not be aware of it, of course. We were doing the interlude flashpoint known as Kadamimu. Yes, I'm a little bit rusty, you'll have to forgive me. I took a bit of a break from recording this series again. I was playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV with the final patch until Endwalker comes out in November. So I have been in Final Fantasy XIV for that time. Enjoying myself, but during that time, summer has well and truly blossomed here in the UK, and I am absolutely melting. So you'll have to forgive me. I am here with my trusty tower fan, keeping myself cool, and if that gets picked up by the microphone, I can only apologise, but unless you want me to melt into a puddle, it needs to be there. In fact, I've even got my windows open, which means there may be other background noise, but we'll take that chance and adjust as necessary. Let's put it this way. We are on our way now to track down Nomen Karr's Padawan, learn more about her past, and we know she was discovered on the world of Alderaan, her homeworld. And that's where we're going right now. So, let's quickly refamiliarize myself. We're wearing level 42 mods, which is fine. Yeah, that's not a problem. We are halfway, or just beyond halfway to level 60, where we'll get a new passive ability. We've learned all of our final skills. The last one, of course, was Invincible, which reduces all damage taken for 10 seconds. Okay. We did get our Mad Dash ability, which I think we reduced, didn't we? Reduced the cooldown. Yeah, it was 45 seconds. We reduced it to 35. Okay. We got to know our companions a bit more. Speaking of, let's have a look at our companions. Yeah, we just have Vet and Quinn, along with 2V, of course. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about. Not at the moment, at least. Okay, let's get ourselves underway. Oh, I need to select a quest first. So, Alderaan is obviously a founding member of the Republic. It is located in the Corwood Worlds. Yeah. Alderaan is a mountainous world of lush forests and grasslands, ruled by an assembly of noble houses and an enlightened and advanced citizenry. As we mentioned, a founding member of the Republic, Alderaan has been traditionally admired for its wealth, its art, and its thinkers, while the deadly intrigues and politics of the nobility have been downplayed. Recently, though, those intrigues erupted into civil war, and Alderaan, now officially withdrawn from the Republic, sees conflict it hasn't known in ages. The Republic is backed by House Organa's quest. Now, the Republic is backing House Organa's quest for the crown, whereas the Empire backs the former House Thul exiles. Palaces and fields have become pockmarked by cannon fire, and noble House armies clash on the battlefield. So, to give you a bit more background, as we'll discover during our time on Alderaan, we as the Empire are backing the House Thul exiles who have come back to Alderaan. I had forgotten, but a kind viewer had mentioned that House Thul had attempted to switch one of their children with a child of House Organa, I believe it was, and were discovered in that plot, and therefore were basically chased off Alderaan, where they were disgraced. But now, with the backing of the Empire, they are here in force. There are major noble houses as well as minor noble houses. Some are allied to one another. Some are somewhat neutral and just try and build up their prestige by doing deeds for both sides. So an example would be House Rist, who we'll discover. They are the noble house of assassins. They do a lot of sabotaging, they do a lot of assassination, there's a lot of intrigue, and they keep their efforts on who they aid it's quite discretionary. They don't like to announce who they're helping, because then it will hurt their position. Also would hurt the position of the noble houses they've helped, if the other noble houses knew what they were up to, of course. So we have House Organa being held by the Republic, and recently, as I say, with Civil War erupting, House Pantia was the ruling noble house. I believe their queen was assassinated, and now House Ulgo is in charge, or they've claimed the throne at the very least. House Ulgo is made up of former Republic special forces. They are very militaristic, and they believe Alderaan is basically going to the dogs, and that they've had to take the crown by force rather than the normal, I suppose, democratic rule that they may have had previously. But yeah, we will of course be trying to back House Thul and get them a position of power back on Alderaan. And then maybe, just maybe, they'll align themselves with the Empire outright, which will be another blow to the Galactic Republic as a whole. Of course, that's not our main objective. Our main objective is to find out more about this Jaisa Wilson and find ways to draw her out into the open. So, let's be on our way.
Apprentice, I see you've touched down on Alderaan, Jaisa Wilson's home planet where Noman Carr found her. Excellent. You will discover everything you can about this Padawan and destroy everyone she loves there.
What are we trying to achieve?
It is the same mandate as Tatooine. Assault Jaisa from afar, stir her emotions, and flush her to the surface. Unfortunately, with the civil war for the Alderaanian throne raging, your contact, Duke Kendo of House Thul, has become unreliable. Kendo was supposed to find Jaisa Wilson's family for you, but it seems he's distracted. You must undistract him.
I will handle it.
Kendo is a political creature. The consequences of failing me are abstract for him. Once they are made concrete, he'll cooperate. You'll find him in the House Thul executive chambers. Make haste.
Okay, so we have a contact, a House Thul Duke, this Duke Kendo. I like the most planets we've visited so far, at the very least. Both the Republic and the Empire have their own dedicated spaceports. They have their own regions in which they're going to make their landing. Once we get out of the spaceport here, we'll actually have a look at the world map, so you can kind of see the route we're going to be kind of taking during our time here on Alderaan. We've been level synced down to level 33. Not a problem.
Greetings, my lord. I bring the good wishes of Moff Sarek, the officer entrusted with annexing this planet. He has been anticipating your arrival.
Bring me up to speed.
I would not presume to answer that. The Moff can explain to you himself.
A good day, my lord. It will well serve the aims of the Empire to have so accomplished a Sith on this planet. I expect to care little for the niceties of politics here, so I will be brief. The Empire intends to use Alderaan's succession struggle to bring it into the fold, and I'm offering you the opportunity to play a pivotal role.
What's the situation here?
The heir to Alderaan's throne was recently assassinated, right after withdrawing from the protection of the Republic. The planet's in civil war, and for the first time in thousands of years, without the armies of the Republic to bring order.
Well, that's a long time. Has the Republic really given them up?
The Republic has its proxies here, as we have ours. We have allied ourselves with House Thul. The House was exiled 60 years ago after a failed bid for power, and came to us instead. Unfortunately, they have proven too weak to do what's needed.
Do they need the fear of the Emperor put into them?
Yes. Jorad, one of the Thul Lords, insists on following Alderaan's rules of civilized warfare. I want you to show him warfare is far from civil. Several of Thul's vassal houses have rebelled since Thul's connection to us became public. This cannot be allowed. Take a slave collar from my man here and drag one of these rebels to our weak-willed Lord Thul. Kill the rest and leave them where they fall.
They will learn that the best way to survive is to submit.
These lords of Alderaan must lose their foolish pride. Those who will not bow must break.
Okay, so we've been given this shock collar. Oh, Vet. That'll seem familiar to you. Right. So we have, once again, the heroic mission terminal here, but this is Kaamos territory, the starting region where we're going to start. House Fool's Palace happens to be here, as well as a small cantina and a majority of our other NPCs, various vendors, including our class trainers. But if we pull out here, even though we start in Kaamos territory, the Republic starts at the Palace Coast. There is a spaceport kind of around this region, and House Organa have a palace relatively close by. As we will travel east into the Duran Mountains and start traveling south, players of the Republic will be traveling through the Alsalkan lowlands and up into the Duran Mountains as well. There is a chance we'll encounter a player of the other faction here, of course, as we both will slowly be trickling west into Galeris Valley. So, at the Duran Mountains, there are a couple of noble houses with compounds in this region. Trying to recall their names. We have House Fool here, of course. There is a noble house here whose name I keep forgetting. But I'm sure we'll have to go say hello to them at some point. But I know this noble house is allied with House Organa. Oh well, either way. It'll come back to me, or it'll be mentioned in a quest line. Okay, we can see one of the palaces here. Players, a Republic player could really get into Kaamos territory quite easily. They could probably bypass a lot of these champion turrets as well. But the chances of someone... excuse me. Some chances of someone being really motivated to do so is quite slim. Especially nowadays. We are on the PvP instance. There's 3 other Imperial players on the PvP instance currently, which means there may be 3 other Republic players dotted around, potentially. You never know. Oh, we have a small cantina here. Obviously, various vendors. So Duke Kendo is in the Chamber of Politics. We'll poke our head in there before long. Let's go introduce ourselves to Lord Jorad Thul first of all, though. Once we grab one of these rebelling nobles. You'll do nicely. Just gonna stick this over your neck, don't mind me.
Free Alderaan!
Indeed, free Alderaan. Couldn't remember what all my abilities do. Okay. We have our Mad Dash. Intercede, we have a choke here, Force Push. Okay, okay. Come along, Mr. Noble. Don't force me to use that shock color. Vet will attest to how painful it can be.
A piece of prime real estate. The Thuls built until they ran out of room, huh?
We have our class trainers here.
You desire more power? Good. Remember, peace is a lie.
Indeed.
What is... who... Krymar? Is that Krymar Novan? That's a free nobleman of Alderaan. Unhand him. Who are you? What's this about? Oh!
If you are to join the Empire, you should take more care to recognize those in power.
My lord.
All of Alderaan will be thrown into chains because of you.
If you cannot rule your own vassals, how will you rule a planet?
You heard that. Be silent if you wish any mercy. I've said before that being too harsh might stir greater rebellion, though, of course, that's up to you.
I believe that is up to me.
Sir.
This spineless toad will make a poor Lord of Alderaan.
Yes. It will take work to shape him. I hope you will undertake this for me. I would like to make you the voice of the Empire in House Thul. Aid Jorad and his men in crushing resistance to our rule. Obey him as if it were me, and with the same penalty for defiance. Tell him what you need, and he will ensure Thul's hold on Alderaan.
Yes, sir. Sir.
What do we move on to now?
I suppose the Moff expects us to take on House Organa. They're one of our oldest noble houses and loyal to the Republic. Until recently, they've been without an army, but they've got supporters all over the planet, including here.
You'll never find them. They've got top-of-the-line cloaking better than anything the Empire makes. No probes will get through, no spy sats, nothing.
You are an imbecile.
House Organa denied raising an army, claiming it's just patriots defending their lands. But their attacks are too organized. We'll never find every group. We need to get inside their planet-wide communications, and that means finding a base with a physical link to slice into.
They will learn the folly of resisting the Empire.
Alderaan is a free world. We will never submit!
Silence! If you stand with the Organas, you betray 1,000 years of loyalty. The Organa guerrillas have a base hidden in some cave or other natural camouflage. There should be a master comlink there, guarded by their best soldiers. If you insert this computer spike, it'll give us a backdoor into all their communications.
Once we can hear them, there's nowhere on this world they'll be safe.
House Organa will not make another move without us knowing.
His first attempt to silence that rebelling noble was quite weak. The second was more impressive. I'm not impressed, but I approve of his stiffening spine. So, we need to find an access. House Organa's planet-wide communications. Seemingly, they have a base here in Kaamos territory. While we are here... there is another quest or two we can pick up.
Imagine leaving your home for a sojourn into the galaxy. When you return, you find the manor infested. The wood is rotten and wriggling. Beetles carpet floors you raced across as a child, and maggots drop in tangled clumps onto your head. With due respect, my lord, this is what House Thul faces. An infestation of vermin.
Get your hands dirty and fight your own battles.
You can squash one, but not a million. The Killiks are Alderaan's native insectoid population. Man-sized, barely intelligent. It's the nobility's duty to contain the swarms underground. Unchecked, they are ravaging this planet, turning palaces into hives and cocooning the survivors. Generations caught in the mandibles of beasts.
You said they're native to this world. They were here first?
Legend has it Killiks once ruled the planet. Supposedly most flew to the stars, but how many remained in hibernation? House Organa has been neglecting their responsibilities against the vermin, but even they carry defenses against Killik hunting parties. If you could seize the Organa toxins and poison the Killik hives, well, the Killiks will swarm, and the other houses must defend themselves and do their part.
That seems a wise idea.
We will all war against the Killiks, and Thul will save this planet from infestation.
So we learned another about one of the native species, the Killiks. I have to say, if I had went on a sojourn around the galaxy, came home and my home was infested by insects, I would probably burn the house to the ground and start again. Not that I have the capital to be doing that, but in an ideal galaxy, I would most certainly burn it to the ground. Should we speak to Duke Kendo? Well, Master Darth Bara mentioned he was distracted, not aiding our master in finding information about Jason Wilson. Should we speak to him now? Keep looking at this door thinking it's a door we need to walk into, but it's not. It's over this way. Yeah, before we head out and deal with House Organa, let's go confront this man who was meant to be aiding us.
You lack patience, Duke Kendo. There are standard procedures that must be adhered to.
Your disregard for our family rules is appalling. You are an abomination. Goodbye, cousin.
Fools. They won't be feeling much of anything for long.
Duke Kendo, Darth Bara sent me.
What? You're not on my schedule. I don't appreciate being interrupted. Barras isn't even on my radar, Sith. I have a war to wage and personal ambitions to achieve here.
Is breathing one of your personal ambitions?
A threat? You see these Sith I have attending me? Your corpse will be my message to your master. Femres, make this intruder a distant memory, will you?
I'm sorry, Duke Kendo. We are assigned to protect you and support your interests in the struggle for Alderaan. But we serve the Emperor first, and we will not cross Darth Barras, or his apprentice.
It's good to know some people have respect.
We consider you an ally, friend.
Okay. That was unexpected. It seems I may have been hasty regarding your master's needs. How can I make amends?
Don't be afraid. Barras doesn't want you dead. For now.
Then I will endeavor to remain on his good side. I pledge the same level of focus that had me so absorbed in my own work. I pledge myself to your directives, and as I aid you, perhaps you'll be moved to help me in mine.
We'll see. Time will tell.
I am focused and at your service. As I recall, Darth Barris wanted information on a young Alderaanian girl who was taken off-planet to train with Jedi Master Nomen Karr. I was to locate her family, so that you could, well, send the girl a message.
That is my understanding.
The truth is, information about this girl is difficult to come by. I managed only one lead. Nomen Karr's Padawan fits the description of the former handmaiden of a noblewoman in House Alder named Lady Renata. I've questioned her already, but Renata is protected by House Alder's greatest champion. The man has never met his match in melee.
He's never met me.
If I may, once you've eliminated her protector and gotten what you need, I would personally be very indebted if you'd arrange to have Lady Renata brought to us for questioning.
I'll take it under consideration.
All right. I just hope the mood strikes you. While House Alder is a small player on Alderaan, it is affiliated with House Organa. Therefore, Lady Renata's estate is in hostile territory and very well defended. Be cautious.
Be ready for my return.
I do hope to see you soon. Until then...
So, the Duke Kendo here seems very out of favor even with his own family. Let's actually, we have a codex entry on him. We may as well have a quick look at it. The first word I think of to describing his opportunistic. Of course, he tried to have us killed, which immediately detracts from my opinion of him. He was a bit surprised when he realized Sith don't always turn on other Sith, especially when they may realize that they're outmatched. Let's have a look at the codex entry. Persons of note. Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds about right. A wily and self-serving noble. He's never seen a situation that he could not transform into an opportunity. Yeah, that sounds about right. He is by no means an unquestioning Imperial supporter, as much as he enjoys the luxuries Imperial credits can buy him. Right. He knows how to be discreet, which is probably why the other members of House Thul do support him. House Alder, he mentioned. That's where we need to go. The other noble house that support House Organa. And they are located in the Duran Mountains. So, Jason Wilson may have been related, or sorry, I should say, was working under a noblewoman, this Lady Renata. before she was discovered by Master Norman Carr. Of course, we now discover that Lady Renata is defended by House Ald's greatest champion. We'll be heading to the Duran Mountains at some point, but for now, let's deal a blow to House Alder and show Jorad Thul how the Empire helps make war and gives their support to their allies. So, this is the cave where apparently their hidden base is meant to be. A bonus here just to defeat 15 of the House Organa guerrilla forces. Now the enemies in here respawn relatively quickly. Oh, bloody hell! Yeah, camera decided to have a moment. Actually have a law object here. No object on House Organa. We probably won't look at that codex entry, but it is there. What control is it again? Ah. Trying to remember what key bindings I have to have my companions engage in combat.
If I die, I'm going to haunt you.
Slice into the communications relay.
Impressive work. You can see we now have access to the Organa systems. They're all talking about the ruthlessness and brutality of the recent attack. They do train you Imperials well, don't they?
Wars are not won by talking.
Oh, you're right. We're going to be trying for the throne. That's worth a little brutality. Now that we can monitor the Organa's communications, it should be possible to...
Lord Thul, the base is under attack.
Send aid quickly. Border Outpost 2 under attack. I repeat, under attack.
Perimeter defenses breached. We're under attack by assault droids. Repeat, a coordinated attack by probe and assault droids.
Blood of the Queen.
There's an attack on one of your bases.
One we can handle. The data feeds are showing all 3 of our border outposts are under attack. A coordinated assault, hunter-killers and probe droids. All I've got out there is a skeleton crew. You're the only one close enough to reach them in time. Please, save my bases, and bring me the memory cores from any probes you destroy. I want to know who's behind this. Good luck.
I'll bring you the heads of those droids, and their master.
Thank you. Now hurry!
Okay. Ooh, slightly better relic. Actually, no, it's not. That's offering endurance. Level 60, happy days. So we have learned a new passive buff on the immortal specialization tree. So we'll get out of this cave and then we'll have a look at that. That.
If I die, I'm going to haunt you.
Perfect. Let's recover, and now we have consuming power. Increases the critical chance of smash and crushing blow by 20%. In addition, Aegis Assault also deals an additional 30% damage and increases your shield absorption by 3%. Handy. Speaking of, what is our defense right now? We're reducing damage by a third. So we have a chance to deflect 11% of attacks. And our shield has a 30% chance of activating. Not bad, not amazing, but I suppose every little helps. So, obviously we have there used to be 3 bases. You have obviously, this is Benfis, Parthos, and there's a 3rd base here. For now we just need to defend 2 of them. But beforehand we need to look into the Keelik Organa and the Keelik equipment. I had a viewer a while back when I mentioned there was 3 bases, and there was a line obviously Thul said when there was like, if it was 1 base that was under attack they could handle it, therefore that's why you're not doing all 3 bases anymore. But I'll have to go back to when I played as my bounty hunter, because I think as my bounty hunter that's when I had to defend or clear the droid assault on all 3. It's changed over the years. It's that I'm going crazy, which is also very possible. So we're grabbing some of the poison. Now we need a poison disperser. Okay, smash and crushing blow. Okay. The dispenser is in the camp over here. I'll be taking this, thank you. And now we need a poison-free Killick hives. There's some Killick hives right here, but the hives they want us to poison are far to the west. So if I head along this way... Yes, the first Thul border outpost. To find 2 more probe droids. Oh, like these. Get their memory cores. Okay, Spent Fist defended. Thul will be able to handle the rest. Leave them to it. It looks like they're surrounded, but according to them, they'll be able to deal with the situation. So we'll take them at their word. Oh shit. There you go. Grab that last memory core, thank you. Let's head on to Parthos now. Whoops. In Final Fantasy, the R button is like your auto move forward. Whereas in this, it's to open up the chat menu.
Trick.
Both bases now defended. Continue travelling west though to the Killik Hives. Oh, there they are. So with the poison disperser and the poison we collected, we can try to deal some casualties to the Killiks, force them back underground. Killik larvae here, and then they transform into these more humanoid bug men. Side mission complete. Let's finish off the bonus. days. So, let's just quick travel back to the House Thul Palace.
The Killik hives have been poisoned. They'll swarm soon.
And the noble houses must accept their obligation to combat them, thanks to Thul leadership. In another life, you would have made a fine royal guardian of the mountains.
I'll take that as a compliment, thank you. Actually, speaking of level 60, any new abilities? No. Okay. Level 64, I believe, for our next passive buff.
This is my third request that's been ignored. You've left the entire compound exposed to attack.
We're at war for your crown. I haven't got time to see to your personal entourage.
The impudence! Where does the Empire get its soldiers these days? Some swamp on Hutta?
Maybe you'd like it if we pulled out altogether. See how House Thul fares on its own. Let me worry about the men, my lord. Go back to the dining hall, where you belong.
Yeah, despite us being allies, there is some tension.
I cannot thank you enough for your quick work. I don't know what the Organas were after, but that attack was long in the planning.
It was a costly defeat for them.
Oh, they have deep pockets, but it won't be quick to rebuild such a force. Who's the source of these? What were they looking for? And quickly!
The programming signatures point to Lord Cedric Kilesa.
Lord Kilesa is my vassal. He swore loyalty to me personally when we returned from exile.
Were the droids after something in particular?
The parameters indicate the probes were to join an assault team in a... My lord, this program indicates an assault team massing in a tunnel between here and the Kilesa estates. I don't find any such tunnel on the blueprint.
The siege tunnel! Blood of a queen! They're coming through the siege tunnel!
Those attacks were meant to draw your guards away from the palace.
The wretched traitor! That tunnel connects his lands directly to our estates. No one's used it in centuries, but the tunnel opens right under this room. What are we going to do?
I can't wait to start killing.
I would not have guessed your bloodlust would come in so handy. Moff Sarek gave us cartons of thermite explosives. They take time to set up, but they pack a punch. If you take them into the siege tunnel, you can collapse it on Cedric and his army. Seal the access, so they can't threaten us again.
How do I get into this siege tunnel?
There's an entrance to the tunnel nearby. The storeroom is in the same area. I'll recall my troops to defend the surface, but there's no doubt the real battle will be below. Thank you.
Oh no, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna kill people. Vet disapproves of this. Really? What did he expect me? What was my answer going to be? We'll talk it out. No, I'm gonna pull up my lightsaber and shove it into someone's chest. Right, so... they did give us this option with the sealing of the tunnel using these thermite explosives. Gotta admire how close House Kilesa and probably House Organa came close to striking a powerful blow against House Thul's palace. They're actually here already, just a couple of steps away from the main throne room. a bonus to defeat 15 of their forces. First explosive. Even if we are going to fail, we could prevent them from getting through the tunnel by collapsing it behind us. Explosives planted. Any goodies dropped so far? Slightly better earpiece, though the current one does give us shield and defense rating. And a tunneler droid, which probably broke open the tunnel once again.
I'm going to haunt you.
So, you're the Imperial puppet who taught Jorad Thul to bite instead of bark. Does he lick your hand? Fetch your slippers? Real Alderaanians will never bow to the likes of you.
Yield, and you may keep your title and your lands.
I would sooner see Alderaan blasted into space debris than given over to the Empire. You don't even have the guts to fight this yourself, instead of hiding behind a cart and a thermite. If you had a shred of decency, you'd settle this by an honorable duel. You against me.
You against me.
You surprise me, Sith. I heard your kind wouldn't know of honor if they scraped it off their shoe. A duel of skill, then. If you win, I will give my house over to Jorad Thul to use as he will. If I win, you stand aside and let me cleanse Alderaan of this scourge. And tell your Imperial handlers Alderaan lives free or dies! To arms!
You versus me and my gods.
I concede. You have the better skill. Perhaps it is Alderaan's fate to fall to the Empire. I will tell my people. We must find a way to live through these times.
Show them that sometimes there is more strength in yielding.
I will tell my army to stand down. Thank you for this mercy.
Maybe we should have killed him. He did challenge us after all. And he even acted somewhat dishonorably by claiming that it was just going to be the two of us, and then he had his guards involved as well. But word will spread of our mercy, and even though it'll confuse certain individuals, it may mean more, well, less rebels from rising up.
The Khaleesi's just surrendered. My men are returning from the outpost to take them into custody. The Khaleesi's are acknowledging you as a man of honor. I will tell Moff Sarek of your heroism immediately.
Take 10 heads for every one traitor, and they will not rebel again.
The Thuls need not fear any further rebellion in their ranks. It would be a waste to keep one of our few Sith here any longer. General Stanul Thul is coordinating our efforts near House Ald. Speak to him if you'd like to take a further role in this conquest.
You have saved my house's dream of ruling our world, and taught me much about what that will mean. I will not forget.
I'll say these relics don't really matter at the moment. So, Stanul Thul is at our next outpost at the northern entrance of the Duran Mountains. What we'll do is we'll just get ourselves out of the full palace and get ourselves near the entrance to the outpost. And then we'll take a small break before we are on our way once again. Actually, before we take a break, I'm going to cite my own curiosity. Let's actually sell all this junk first.
Please use all products only as intended. Be well.
Right, so we're going to take a break. But if you will... Oh, we have a bounty hunter here. Oh, mercenary. So, if you'll give me just a moment, I'm going to sate my own curiosity while recording. So, pull out YouTube. I need to find my original Bounty Hunter playlist. Bloody hell, need to go back a while. Malcolm the Smuggler. Valakar, there you are. 198 videos, holy shit. It's Balmora. That is Nar Shaddaa. Force-wielding Jawas. The Lady of Pain. Kadamimu. Alderaan and Diploma. Oh. I had Alderaan split into multiple parts, holy shit. Right, so I need to mute myself. So I have multiple parts here. Okay, looks like that's part of the storyline. Putting a shock colour on a noble. Okay, it's not that part. There's Jorad Thul once again. There's Rylan Stalos about the Keelix Swarm. Into the cave system. There's the communications relay. Sorry that you can't see this. In fact, I should just take off the UI element. Oh, did he want something? No, okay. Don't mind me. Right, so I'm just watching this. Yeah. So you have repel the border post August, which is 10. Repel border post Benfis, and then border post Parthos. So yeah, there was 3 border posts back in the day. Mind, this was 2015, 6 years ago. Well, 6 years in September. And I'm guessing August... I can't even zoom in. But I'm sure it's over there. I'm sure it was here. Which makes sense, because you deal with a Keelix Hive and go here. Either way, thank you all for joining me with our first part here on Alderaan. And when we come back... Oh, that's a stretch. We will be heading into the Duran Mountains. We'll be probably heading over to House Alder to look into Lady Renata and what she knows about Jason Wilson. And we'll see how we can help out Imperial interests, how we can help out Lord Stanel Thul next time as well. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.